Hey, double hey, San Francisco Bay, Monterey. My name's Alex Andrew, author of Perceptive Power with AAA Neutral. Get it on Amazon.com or AAAneutral.com. Awareness, accountability, and action. One of the things I wanted to talk about today was awareness about the words that you use. I had a friend that posted something today that really kind of hit me as a reminder of how important the words we use not only affect others, but affect ourselves as human beings and as personalities. I learned a while ago that saying I'm sorry, which, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with saying I'm sorry to somebody, especially if you've hurt them in such a way, but I think we overuse the term to be sorry I'm late, or, sorry I missed your call. Just something as simple as that, to change it to thank you or I appreciate your understanding is amazing in its own essence of just how you start to think and feel about yourself. The big one, I think, that you can really do is just change the word sorry for thanks. Thank you. Thank you for waiting for me. I didn't mean to be so late. Or thank you for understanding that I wasn't ready for anybody to come by the house, and the house is a mess. But just those little things, and as you continue to practice them, you start to use that in your own language. I think this is really important, especially if you're raising kids. One of the things I always did, and I learned from, of course, a mother who was for years a child psychiatrist, and was to really talk to children on their same level, especially when they're 2 or 3 years old. I always wanted to make sure that I got the respect that I deserved as a parent, but I wanted to get down on my knee or sit down next to them and try and talk eye to eye, as opposed to standing up and looking down and having this ominous power over them. But it also works when you're dealing with employees, when you're dealing with all sorts of other aspects of your life, your friends, your family, to be able to communicate utilizing positive words. I know some will argue that you need to have this sense of command of power and respect, but I do believe that you can still command that in such an essence as to utilize the power of positivity to be able to do that. Being positive doesn't necessarily mean that you're weak. Being happy and not offended easily is not a sign of being weak. In fact, it's a sign of being in power and in control of who we are. For our own health, we have to have a mental state that creates an internal state or an internal environment that isn't allowing of certain diseases to manifest and grow inside of ourselves. And a lot of that starts with attitude. Think about the words you use. Think about the way you do your self-talk, and try and implement that in your everyday life. Stop using I'm sorry as a common answer to something that may not have gone the way that you wanted to, or when you feel that maybe you weren't able to live up to somebody's expectations. Thank them for understanding. Be kind, be positive. It works for allowing yourself to have a happier, healthy life. Love life, love yourself. Think about the positive aspects to all of the words you use, whether it's rearing your child or rearing your husband, either and or yourself for that matter, and make sure that you're just conscious of the type of energy that your mind is spending a lot of time on. Thanks for joining me for Office Talk. Love you all. Perceptive Power, AAA Neutral on Amazon. Don't forget the book. We'll see you next week. And if I don't talk to you, have a great Christmas and a really happy New Year, because it's 2017 and there's a lot of stuff changing. So let's look on the positive side for all of it. Bye-bye.